Welcome to Math 117 Online. This is Caitlin, the instructor for the class, and this is your course intro video. So I've already logged into Moodle because if you've accessed this video, you've already figured out that much. So this is our Moodle site. You find all course material posted here. If we scroll down a bit to this orientation block, this is probably where you got to this video. So that means that you should have already read all of the material in the syllabus and other documents folder. So this hyperlink takes us right to the folder. And there are 6 documents in there, all really important, but you should really pay particular attention to the syllabus and the online schedule by week. Okay, but everything else in here is also very important information you need to know. So you should read all 6 of these documents. Head back to the main page here. Back down to orientation. The next thing you're supposed to do after reading all of those documents is to watch the course intro video, which you are currently doing. Congratulations. Okay, so then the third thing is to register for MyMathLab. MyMathLab is the program we're going to be using to access homework assignments, the e-text, many other fantastic resources. So this PDF file will give us directions on how to get registered in MyMathLab. So you can follow these to the letter. They're very specific. Okay, and then you can just click this link to take you right to the MyMathLab site. And if you have already used MyMathLab for another class, you could sign in. Otherwise, you'll need to register as a student. Okay, so 3 things you'll need. You need an email account. You need the course ID, which is listed on these registration instructions. It's worth 04062. And you need to have purchased an access code from the bookstore or have a credit card ready to pay for your MyMathLab access. If you don't have these things right now, that's okay. You can still register. You'll just have to, you just sign up for 14 days of free access. You can get 14 days of free access before you have to enter an access code or pay with a credit card. So we'll click OK, register now. You'll enter in the course ID, which again was worth 04062. And see, this is our course Math 117 Online for spring 2014. If you've used MyMathLab before, you can sign in with your account. Otherwise, create a new account. Enter in the information that they ask for and create account. Right after you click create account, they're going to ask you how you want to pay. If you're not prepared to pay right away, you can choose 14 days free access. All right, so now I think I'm going to log into MyMathLab as me so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so 117 Online, spring 2014. This is our main page. The things that you're going to be most concerned with here are going to be homework, gradebook, chapter contents, and multimedia library. So we'll start with homework. When you click on homework, there's a list of all the homework assignments with their due dates for the whole semester. So you can work ahead if you want. The first assignment is an MML orientation. This will go through a lot of the details of how to use MyMathLab. Additionally, you'll be using the gradebook. This is just to keep track of how you're doing on your homework so far. I haven't done any of the homeworks in MyMathLab here, so I don't have any results. Next we have chapter contents. So you would click on there and then you could choose whatever chapter we're working on. We're going to start with chapter 1, so we can click chapter 1 videos. And there's several videos done by the author of the text that you can watch. And then also, if you click each section, you can get a link to the textbook. So this is our textbook, Excursions in Modern Mathematics by Peter Tannenbaum. And this is exactly what the paper version of the textbook looks like. You use these buttons up here to turn the page. And then over here on the left is a contents. So if you wanted to jump to chapter 4, section 3, you can do that. All right, so back to my math lab. Multimedia library is a handy set of tools. So let's say we want to look at chapter 1, section 1. Select all media types. And then this is just all the tools that my math lab has here for you for section 1.1. There's a Java applet, there's a PowerPoint you can look at, there's a video you can watch, there's the textbook, and then there's a video on chapter 1. So there's lots of good tools, resources in the multimedia library. Pearson Tutor Services, I think that each student gets something like 3 hours free of Pearson Tutor Services. You can click here if you're having trouble with a homework and want to talk to a tutor. All right, so that about covers my math lab. Let's just head back to our Moodle site. Okay, so my math lab, good. Okay, so other things that you should do in the orientation are download Firefox. The Firefox browser is really the only browser you should be using for this class. So I put up this link so you could download it. You need to introduce yourself in discussion 1. And then, most importantly, is to print this course schedule by week. Display it somewhere you'll see it all the time, or save it in a conspicuous place on your computer, like on your desktop. It shows the schedule by week for the entire course. Really important. Take a quick peek at this. So you can see along the left, we have a row for each week of the semester. And then along the top, there are 4 columns. The first one are things that you should read and study. So you can get these, the textbook through my math lab. You can watch the videos that accompany each section in my math lab. You should take notes in the packets posted in Moodle. And then in addition, you should watch the video lectures of each class. There are course video lectures that I have created, posted in Moodle, and you can take notes on those video lectures in the packets posted in Moodle. So this is the schedule. Week 1, you should watch this video that you're watching right now, and the class 1 video. The third column is homework to do. It's usually in my math lab, but occasionally, like in the second week here, there's also a worksheet. And then other stuff to do is usually a discussion, sometimes a project that's due, or a test that you should be ready to take. All right, so back to the Moodle site. Now that you have the course schedule by week, you jump down to the next block and look at Test 1 material. It covers lectures 1 through 8. It has to be taken the week of February 24th to February 28th in a proctored environment. You should follow the course schedule by week and complete all of the items in this block by their due dates. So here's packet 1. It's just a packet of notes that you can use to take notes on lectures 1 through 8 from the course video lectures. So if you click that link there for course video lectures, it's going to take you to YouTube. And this is a playlist with each lecture of the whole semester posted. So this would be class 1, class 2, class 3, etc. So you should watch those videos according to the course schedule by week and take notes in packet 1. And then after that are the other assignments that you need to do. There's a discussion, a worksheet, another discussion, a project, some more worksheets. And then there's a folder with resources for test 1, a study guide, and some solutions. And then you'll have to make an appointment to take the exam. And then there's going to be a second block for test 2 material, very similar to test 1, and a third block for test 3. So that pretty much covers the organization of the class. Moodle and MyMathLab are the main places you're going to be working from. This was a very brief overview, so you should make sure that you read everything in the syllabus and other documents folder, and all of these little blurby things that I've put up here in Moodle. And do some exploring in Moodle and MyMathLab, and please contact me if you have any questions.